can we talk about the Detroit rapper, Dank DeMoss?
Which, can I lovingly point out that her name does kind of sound like dumbass? Like...
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We're not saying she is a dumbass.
No, but like when
but that'd be an easy joke.
To me, I said... Wait,
Wait,
is the
who?
joke... I genuinely thought that maybe that was like a pun or she was trying to be funny or something.
That certainly could be the name of a rapper in a Mel Brooks movie.
Right. Like, I sort of assumed...
With thinly veiled puns for names.
Yeah, I sort of assumed that it was kind of a jokey joke where they were like, ha ha ha, dank dumbass. You know, like you smoke some dank and then you're a dumbass. Well, I don't know.
First, let's tell you the story. Now, her weight is important here to the story because her weight equals her size. And for you to visualize this experience, it's important. Mm-hmm. She is anywhere you look, she's in between 550 pounds, 554, and 489.
Right.
So she's living that 500-pound life no matter which way you slice it.
Right.
She called a Lyft. I think that's also important. Not an Uber. We want to get our names right here. She called a Lyft. The guy that showed up, we believe, was in a Mercedes C-Class. That's the compact sedan. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't have a Mercedes C-Class, but I do have the Honda Civic of the luxury car world, the BMW 3 Series.
Right, right.
And before you think I'm flexing, it's 15 years old.
It would be in high school by now.
But I do...
It'd probably be going to parties and, like, stealing the other kids' parents' booze.
Having some dank.
Yeah, right.
Like a dumbass. We're talking about two different things here. We're talking about someone's feelings, and we're talking about logistics. But I'm pretty sure I don't think a person her size could fit in my back seat, which is where she was going.
Not very comfortably.
When the Lyft driver locked the door and said, no, sorry, I'll refund your money, but I can't take you on this trip. Mm-hmm. And she said, what are you talking about? I know my size. I know I can fit in there. And he's like, no, you can't. And then he made up some excuse about his tires. And she videoed the whole thing. Once he said, I'm not going to pick you up and give you a ride, that's when she started videoing. But we want to show you this. Here she is in the passenger seat of a rather sizable truck, but almost barely fit in the passenger seat of a rather sizable truck. I'm not sure she could have fit.
Humans are squishy. Like, she probably could have.
True.
She probably could have made it work comfortably, maybe not, but also, like, who cares if she's willing to pay for it, I guess. And there are actual logistic issues that go into this thing, specifically the axle weight on the car. Yeah.
It's called a MAM. Mm-hmm. And I didn't write down what that stands for, but that's basically the weight that can go inside the car that the axles can support.
Right.
And I think it was like 1,000 pounds in the back.
Yeah.
And if over half of that is on one side.
Well, one quadrant, because it'd be on one side and in one upper or
yeah, but if there's
half.
two axles.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I guess
I'm
that's
talking
true.
about.
Yeah.
You know, that does become a logistics issue. Let's talk about just size. Period. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm a 6 foot tall, under 200 pound man, and I'm uncomfortable in airplane seats.
Right.
I'm really uncomfortable at a show at the Civic Auditorium.
You know what? My dad fought real hard to get the bigger seats.
Yeah.
And thank goodness he did, because any smaller and that would be insane.
Certain masks can only occupy certain volume.
Right.
So I kind of get it. I also get, though, that in Michigan, weight is sort of like a protected class.
Right.
And I don't believe Lyft drivers are supposed to refuse service based on a protected class. But I also think that because it's not a Lyft employee, it's a contracted employee, it's their car.
You know, that's the point that I want to get at here, is at the end of the day, if damage was done to that person's car, who's paying that?
Yeah.
Sure, she ain't Lyft, the multi-million-dollar company. It's that one guy.
Somebody throws up in your Lyft, you're cleaning it up.
Right. Well, and not only that, but like at most, this is a $20 ride, and that could be a $200, $2,000 repair, depending on what happens.
And here's the most damning thing is the public opinion. You go to her Instagram, and people are flooding her with, oh, girl, no, you didn't.
Right.
One Lyft driver made a point like, I refused a fare once to a girl who was only dressed in a thong.
Right.
You know, she's like, I transport my kids in that same car. You know?
Yeah.
So, a lot of people saying it's a publicity stunt. Ain't nobody ever heard of Dank DeMoss before this.
Right.
I have yet to listen to any of her music, but apparently she's a performer in nightclubs.
Yeah.
And stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'd love to hear some of her stuff, see if it's any better than, you know, the AI songs that we inevitably tack on to the end of every episode. I wonder what it'll be this time,
You know,
kids.
I wonder if you should try to make one in the style of Dank DeMoss.
If I wanna ride in your Mercedes, boy, tell me what I gotta do. In the back of your C-Class, where I'm gonna fit all this ass. In the back of your C-Class, where I'm gonna fit all this ass. In the back of your C-Class, I'm finna put this dank ass. Yo, this dank dumbass, I be all AI. Straight as Chevron gas, sweet as pecan pie. Don't be scared, baby, let's see if this fits. I'll get it all in, if I do the splits. In the back of your C-Class, where I'm gonna fit all this ass. In the back of your C-Class, I'm finna put this dank ass. It's cold out here, but it's nice and warm in. Your car so let me in like I'm a Mormon. You think I won't fit? I thought we were vibing. Now you got me tripping like I'm on psilocybin. In the back of your C-Class, where I'm gonna fit all this ass. In the back of your C-Class, I'm finna put this dank ass mass. Just let me get in, accept this gift, or I'm gonna win. I'll sue you and lift. You think I can't fit in all these butts? Boy, you can suck Mercedes nuts, or I'm gonna win. I'll sue you and lift. You think I can't fit in all these butts? Boy, you can suck Mercedes nuts.